And there we are. You know who it is. You know who it is. Everybody celebrate. Yay. Aren't you jealous?
Nope.
Oh, so in our bid to reclaim all those words that were stolen from us, are you feeling gay? I'm feeling gay.
I'm feeling gayer than I was on Monday and Tuesday.
Indeed. Indeed. And if anybody wants to say anything, we're happy. Gay equals happy. Happy equals gay. All right? Okay, now I am going to cite the end credits from the music of Fred Flintstone. You remember that? You know that? Flintstones, meet the Flintstones.
Yeah, just don't play it, though. God,
You'll have a good
again.
time. You'll have a good time. You'll have a gay old time. Yeah, there you go. So I'm just saying, I'm going to cite that in court, okay? Unless we get like a strike for doing that.
It's coming, isn't it? Let's face it.
It is. It is. It is. Okay, here it is. Just. Hair. It's not showing my grey hair. AI does not recognize me as an older gentleman. In fact, it doesn't recognize me as a gentleman at all.
Yeah, I had trouble, remember, with Yvette Cooper trying to turn her into a clown. They didn't recognise her gender either.
Jesus. Anyway.
Little boy clowns.
What's on your mind before we get into it? Because, I mean, Trump's been there and he's gone and he had quite a few things to say, which we're going to discuss later on. Okay, but what's catching you at the moment? I know what's catching me. I'll tell you in a minute, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not very gay about the old Manchester airport thing. I mean, one of the lads got guilty, didn't he, on the
That's
two
what
women?
I don't understand that, Mark. I mean,
but he's clearly on video and he's smacking the fella. So,
well, they said, right? They said one of the two brothers who brawled with the officers at Manchester Airport before claiming he was the victim of police brutality. He was the victim.
Always the victims. It's never their fault.
He's been found guilty of assaulting two female cops and a male passenger. Okay? That's Mohammed Fair Amaz, 20, was today convicted of attacking PC Lydia Ward and PC Ellie Cook in the car park pay station of Terminal 2 of July 23 last year. I mean, let's be honest here. It's taken a long time to get to court, hasn't it?
Oh, well, that's because there was a backlog, wasn't there, from all the Southport fallout? Of course, that had to be dealt with first, didn't it? You know, well, that was big, scary, far right, organised. Oh no, it wasn't. But anyway, carry on.
You know, here's a picture of these guys. You know, handsome devils, aren't they? There they are. Okay. Amaz was also found guilty of headbutting holidaymaker Abdul Karim Ismaili, who he had accused of racially abusing his mother on an incoming flight. However, jurors at Liverpool Crown Court could not reach majority verdicts on either Amaz or his elder brother, Mohammed Ahmad, 26, for assault causing actual bodily harm on PC Zachary Marsden. So it sounds like there's going to be a retrial, as far as I can see. I'm not sure, but that's what it sounds like.
Slightly confused.
That's it.
So the Asian guy was racist against another Asian guy.
Yeah.
Well, it depends whose made up version of race they follow.
It's weird.
It is weird, isn't it?
It is definitely weird. And they are talking about some form of a retrial, and I'm thinking, what's going on? Okay.
Brilliant.
You know, and the other thing, which we'll come to a little bit later on as well, is that assault on Tommy. And there seems to be a big deal being made about it. And the fact that he actually, left the country. If he left the country, he was already probably on a pre-booked ticket, ready to go. He was,
yeah. I think I said maybe he was going on holiday or something yesterday, but he had something planned. He's got all kinds going on. So he didn't run away.
So apparently the police have made a statement. I think they are definitely trying to set this guy up so that they get him before September 13.
They're going to struggle because he phoned them. Yeah. He was defending himself.
Yeah.
And apparently, if you listen to Don Keith, there's a video. Now, knowing Tommy, he films everything, mate.
Yeah.
So as soon as anyone's approached him, I think his phone would have been out.
Yeah.
If not, as people have been saying, there's going to be cameras everywhere. You can see him on the ceiling. So,
well,
somebody somewhere's always got the video, but the first one you see is never conclusive, is it? As we same with this Manchester thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
We remember that at the start, and it was, oh my God, the Muslim Council of Britain. Oh, well, poor Muslims were attacked, were so oppressed. Oh my God, and there was a riot outside the police station.
Yeah, I remember that as well,
John. And there's videos all over the internet of the people there at the riots. You can hear the voices, you can see faces.
Mm-hmm.
Has there been the full force of the law? Have they all been rounded up? Have they?
Not at all. Not at all.
This is the problem with the Muslim Council of Britain. They'll just back Muslims no matter what.
That's right.
And the Quran does emphasise like unity among Muslims against non-Muslims. And there's various verses about it. So they'll just jump in straight away. As I say, always the victims, never their fault.
Of course. And
where's the Muslim Council of Britain coming out afterwards and saying, okay, look, we got this totally wrong. We jumped the gun. But they won't know. They'll probably still stick by these two.
Yeah.
It just baffles me, John, because they've clearly seen the video, the jury. Yeah. So I don't understand how they can see the two women getting hit and the fella that he originally assaulted. Yet when he's punching the Mayo copper, they don't see that in the video.
No. And one of those policemen is still under investigation.
What, for booting him in the head?
Yeah. But they're not allowed to use their hands because they've got to keep their hands on their guns or with access to the guns at all times. So that's it. They can only use other parts of their body. So what are they supposed to do?
I can imagine the adrenaline, the rush of blood, and you're watching your colleagues getting battered. Yeah. And you just took a few off him.
I'm telling you,
as we said, a kick in the head's he's probably lucky he got that, isn't he? Really?
Well, we've got two things going on with the police at the moment. We've got the police actually losing credibility where two-tier policing is concerned, and now there is a problem because if they go after that policeman and he's drummed out for whatever reason, then that's going to show no credibility in the government whatsoever. Well, the government's got no credibility anyway. We all know that.
No,
but
zero.
But zero. But anyway.
Yeah, but where's all the show trials, John? Where's all the show trials for all the Muslims who were rioting outside and attacking the police station and on misinformation? Remember the whole Southport misinformation. We'll talk again about that in a bit, but it's just that's so blatantly two-tiered.
Well,
so imagine if we were all outside the police station for kicking off, mate. Oh, well, hell would have broken loose, wouldn't it?
Well, let's remind everybody what your new political party is all about. And, Potter, your wishes have been granted. Check it out.
I'm like a genie. There he is.
There he is. There's Boris on there. Boris is on there. He's going. We've got to get rid of him.
He looks like he's happy to be going, doesn't he, look?
No, he's actually what he's doing there. He's saying, "Why'd you put me next to Ed?"
And they've got their arms around each other.
Oh yeah, actually.
Come on, Ed, we've got to leave. See you later.
Okay. Okay. And let's remind everybody of your policies.
Deport. Zero in, millions out. Ta-da.
There you go. And we keep on going that way. And let's remind everybody again. So where are they? Come on, where are they?
Vanished.
Gone. I go put flowers on that grave.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. Well, do you want to start off with a funny? I mean, people have been asking about Larry the Loafer. You gotta listen to this. This is just. I might have to turn it up slightly, but I mean, I can't get it any louder because this is the original soundtrack was just. Anyway, here we go.
Got a few more riddles. Who was the first man to cross the Atlantic?
Linford Christie.
Who?
Linford Christie.
No, it wasn't Linford Christie. It was all cock and brown. Disgusting little puppet! Well, if you know what's the similarity between a gas ball and an emu, they can both stick their bills up their arse. How'd you make a hormone? Don't pay her. What is the difference between Brussels sprouts and bogies? Kids don't eat Brussels sprouts. What is the difference between a Rottweiler weeing on your foot and a poodle? You let the Rottweiler finish. What do you call an Irishman with a shampoo bottle on his head? Timothy. Why does Madonna wear knickers? To keep her ankles warm. What do you call a bear that ain't got a mum and dad? Rupert the bastard. Well, why do they put the Queen's head on a stamp? Because if they put her arse, no one would lick it.
Did he say that?
And finally, what has got 12 inches and speaks French? Moi. Well, finally, a special thank you goes out to Larry, because all this week, Chilblains, I haven't been feeling well, and Larry has been sending me all these lovely raisins. Lovely raisins from Larry. What's that, mate? Yeah, that's right, yeah. That's right. I can't understand a bloody word of that, can I? It's a squeaker. Heads up. It's just... That's your fault again.
It's William.
I've just received this letter from Larry. Says, Dear Nick, sorry I can't send you any more raisins, but my rabbit has just died. And now this.
Can you imagine that? That was in the 90s. Can you imagine anything like that going on now? Oh my! I mean, apart from the theatrics and the, the humor that we're getting right at the minute, but I mean, oh my God, I'd have been dying in that audience. I've been in front of them. I mean, I'm telling you, oh gosh, we need more of that. Come on. We need more of that. We need more of that. We need him for Prime Minister. Could you imagine him?
Anyone? Bar the one we've got now, mate.
Oh, God. Anyway, here's something that most people don't know, and a little bit of information for anybody about banks. Banks don't take deposits. Check this out.
Banks don't take deposits and banks don't lend money. And there's rulings in English courts. What is actually a bank deposit? Well, that is to confuse people. At law, there's no such thing as a bank deposit. It's simply a loan. Well, hang on. A deposit is a loan? Yes, it's a loan we give to the bank. We give credit to the bank when we do what is called deposit our money.
Yes.
And that is the legal status. So it's like the tables are turned. So banks don't take deposits. We lend to them. And the bank deposit at law actually is not privileged. But surely banks lend money? No. Banks are in the business of purchasing securities. And when you sign that loan contract, that's an IOU, a debt instrument that you've issued, and the bank will buy it. That's what's happening.
It can sell it.
Well, exactly. You can sell it. And also you will point out, oh, hang on, fine, these are details. This says I will get money. I'm borrowing money, so please give me the money. I don't care about the details. And the banker will say, you'll find this in your account with us. They may carelessly say, we've transferred it to your account, which is incorrect because no transfer happens. Your account will be credited.
Wow. All right. Now that's the same because, America run the same system as we've got. Okay. So you're actually, when you put in money in the bank, you're loaning that money to the bank and you then become a creditor of that bank. How about that? Did you ever realize that?
Yeah.
Are you gay about that?
Nope.
I mean, we get a guarantee from the bank that, you know, if anything goes wrong or if there's a run on the bank, then the government will guarantee a certain amount.
All right. So let's say everyone decided they needed all their money in one go. What are the government going to do about that, mate?
I wouldn't like to be any bank that Elon says, I want so many billions in cash and I want it now. Let's see any bank turn around to him and say, what are you going to use the money for, sir?
See, the thing was, he probably hasn't got any money in the bank.
Maybe not. It might all be in gold.
These billionaires, it's all in assets, isn't it? And when they want to buy something like Twitter, then they'll go to the bank and say, lend me billions. And they'll go, yeah, no worries. Because they're going to get it back with a lot of interest.
Lot of interest. Right? I bet you won't get any bank teller ringing him up, though, and saying, you know, so what is it that you're looking to buy with this money that you want to take out? Well, it's my money. I want that cash, and I want to buy Twitter. All right.
That's the thing. That's the bonus of being rich, mate. They haven't got any physical money. They'll just go somewhere and just get everything on finance as well, and they'll just get given it, don't they?
Yep.
They never actually have any money. It's like ask Elon Musk to lend you a $5, and he probably hasn't even got it in his pocket. Maybe
not. That could be very, very true. Well, I thought, we should actually maybe say something about that, you know, so that people know. I mean, they don't teach anything to the kids in the school either. What do they find out about finance or anything like that? I mean, they're quite happy to teach them about trannies.
I was going to say they can find out how much it costs to go to Pride.
Yeah, they can do things like that, but they don't teach them any real fundamentals about the banking system and how it works and what they've got to do and blah, 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 blah.
No, they're too busy teaching them to hate themselves.
Yes.
The country.
You're white.
Ancestors.
You're white, and white is not right. Yes.
Don't be extremists like your mum and dad.
Yes. Okay. What do you mean? Don't bring the mother into this, otherwise this will be a problem.
But that must be the reason they're doing all this.
Yeah.
You know, oh God, the population's far right. They're all racist. Don't be like them.
Well, I'd just like to remind everybody that this is a patriotic podcast for patriotic people, and we don't care what other people think, do we?
Like, never have done, never will.
We don't care what any Labour MP in Cheshire thinks, if they are capable of doing that.
I was about to say they can think.
Well,
that's a slighted better than the leadership.
Well, they
can't.
This is something, right, that, I mean, we put it out last night to say they're doing nothing. There is not. Eamon Holmes summed it all up. He said they're doing nothing. They're not stopping it. This is what's coming into the country. This is what Labour are continually importing into the country. Here we go.
The children around here. What are you doing?
Me here chilling.
Yeah. There's a park there. Where are you from? Afghanistan.
See you later, bro. Anyway.
Take care. No. We're not staying there all day.
Come on. My cousin's there, so don't even worry about that.
See, you've got ladies with prams coming through, children, and you've got this guy trying to pick rocks up.
Nice one, Sharice. That's all right.
He's getting his jumper off, ready to fight this guy.
Me? What did I do? I told you I didn't.
He's going to throw it, look there. That one there. He's going to throw it. Yo, there's a bottle coming over here, guys. There he is. He's about to throw it over.
No, but we've got to get him.
Be careful. There he is, the very violent
Scumbag.
man.
Yeah, look, here's the bottle.
Tell you what, mate, the first bottle will be the last bottle.
I'm telling you. Scumbag.
There he is. Should go and get him.
Can I hear Charlie Veach as well?
Here he goes. He's picking a rock up. He's going for it. Watch your head, guys.
Oh, that's it.
You
As I
fucking
say, the bottle
scumbag,
would
there's
have been
kids
the last
around. Behave yourself.
Fucking hell. Bricks.
Oh, that's Billy Moore.
That's Billy Moore, yeah.
Oh, you don't wanna
That
be
would have
doing
been
that to Billy.
that would have been the last brick that he ever threw.
That would have been good night.
You fucking scumbag, mate. You're going to prison, mate.
How come people are just letting him do this, John?
They're just letting him. Look at him.
Even Billy Moore.
Someone hold him. The police are on the way.
Take the bricks off him, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like we need to go to Manchester, mate.
You're going to jail, mate.
Yeah, let's face
You're
it,
okay,
he's
mate.
not
This-
there, is he?
This is the kind of scum that we're importing into this country. And we're putting them up in hotels. And we're paying them. We're giving them pocket money. And this is the way that they repay the people of this country.
Yeah, that was it's a DJ E Media.
Yeah.
Shout out to him for that. But without people like him and Billy Moore and
Show them what's going on.
Charlie Veach, you wouldn't be seeing this, would you? Unless you went
No,
there and saw it
that's-
with your own eyes.
That's the thing. And the other guys, the auditors that are showing what's going on in the hotels and what people are getting. I mean, we've covered it on this program. I mean, it's disgusting, you know. And I have to say that, you know, Trump's got a few things to say about it, you know. But I want to, before we go on to Trump, tell me something, right? You know, are VPNs any good? And everybody's going,
I think
what's that? What's that?
bloody well are now, aren't they?
What do you think?
They're a must, aren't they, mate? Especially with what's going on here. I mean, how long is it going to be until they start trying to censor the likes of Charlie Veach and DJ Media and
That's
Billy
right.
Moore and all the auditors? It won't be long, mate. They'll find a way to get them next.
Well,
And they'll
how
be
are
gone
they-
off there and you won't be seeing any of this stuff, mate.
But everybody in this country, they don't use British VPN providers. They use American ones. They use things like Surfshark, you know,
Lord.
and companies like that. Now, as an explanation, a VPN is a virtual private network, which means that when you're on the internet, it gives you an IP address which is different from the IP address which your service provider, like Virgin or any of the others, give you at your box. So nobody can actually see what you're doing, and there's no data leaks at all. And what this guy is trying to do is Peter Kyle is trying to get VPNs in this country banned. And that's what he's doing through the Online Safety Act.
Well,
and it's bad.
I've looked into it. It says Ofcom strongly urges people not to use them.
Strongly.
But there's nothing they can get you on yet. But just for people, you do have to pay for a decent VPN. You can get free ones like the Tor, the Onion, the browser. Now the problem is it routes you through 2 or 3 different IP addresses, and you can't always guarantee that the UK won't be one of them.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So you can still get blocked, and plus they're not very safe.
Well, you've got NordVPN, Surfshark, and they're all owned. Some of the best ones are owned by American companies. So let's see what Starmer's going to do about that. You know, because if he tries blocking them on there, I think Trump's going to have a few words. But this is what Peter Kyle's got to say about it.
They will do, John.
Yeah, here we go.
This is the biggest step forward in child safety since the internet was created. There is, since Friday last week, children and parents will notice the difference in the experience that children have. Most children do not go looking for harmful and dangerous and pornographic content. Most children actually have found that the content has come to find them. That's why we've acted so decisively in this. And for everybody who's out there thinking of using VPNs, let me just say to you directly, verifying your age keeps a child safe, keeps children safe in our country. So let's just not try and find a way around. Just prove your age, make the internet safer for children, make it a better experience for everyone. That's surely what we should aspire to in this country. This is the biggest.
This guy, he's got to be the biggest gaslighter going. I mean, you know, it's almost he's competing with Starmer here, right? Because how is he keeping the children safe or even the women safe in this country with the amount of migrants that are coming in? You know, net migration is massive, and we don't know who these people are.
That's the problem, John. The governments are the biggest threat to the children at the minute, aren't they? Where's this task force for these jihadi gangs who abuse the children. Where's the task force?
Aren't you referring to
like
MI5 and MI6? Aren't they supposed to be protecting us?
Oh, they're too busy, mate, looking for the imaginary literally Hitlers all over the place. You know what I mean? Like, where's the task force to prevent them from coming over the border?
Yep. Well, here's this same guy trying to defend Starmer. Right, you'll love this. Here we go.
For Science and Technology and Innovation, Peter Kyle. Peter Kyle, thank you for joining us on GB News. Did you feel sorry for your pal Keir Starmer yesterday, shifting awkwardly next to Donald Trump?
I don't think that the Prime Minister was awkward at all. I think you can see that there's a rapport between the President Trump and Keir Starmer. They are two leaders who are looking for common ground, who agree on the key issues that face our country and face the globe. I think you saw two people who were getting on. Now, there was a lot of awkward questions being asked by the journalists, but I think you'll find that both of them got through it with a plump and certainly characteristically characterful answers.
Really?
Minister, didn't he, on how to win the next election, how to ward off the threat of Reform UK. It's on the front of the Daily Express this morning, summarised quite nicely here. He suggested lowering taxes, stopping crime, cutting illegal migration and protecting farmers. It sounds...
Mate, he's trying to protect a guy who's doing the exact opposite. The exact opposite of that advice.
Either this guy's extremely stupid and really can't read anyone's body language, behaviour, situations, or he's a big fat liar.
That's it.
I know which one I lean towards.
Well, okay. I mean, I have to say, especially... Honestly, go on.
It's now day 3. And as a UK unverified user on X, I can still find all the things they say you can't find.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't watch protest videos and loads of stuff censored. That's got nothing to do with
That's what's going on.
Children.
That's what's going on.
Liars and frauds and snakes and rats.
Absolutely.
I can't think of any more.
Well, here's just a public comment that I found, right, from a lady, talking about Starmer. And listen to this. I mean, she just nails it.
Right. I know I said I wasn't going to make any more political posts, but I just need to say, oh my God, how embarrassing is our Prime Minister? Like, do we all realise that we are basically a laughing stock to the rest of the world at the moment? Like, did you see Starmer with Trump?
What a rapport.
I was watching it like, that is the man that we chose to be Prime Minister.
No, we didn't do it. A certain segment of the population did.
It's just embarrassing. I can't watch it. I can't watch anything with him in it.
I'm like that.
He hasn't got a fucking clue, and he looks petrified constantly. And the scary thing is, when someone is really, really scared, they will do extreme things, and that's what I'm worried about with
Well,
she just looks like a normal girl. He doesn't really do politics, and even he looks so awkward. I had a list of things. She's just nailed them all. He just looks like he's way out of his depth, mate.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, what that one yesterday, well, the day before, and Trump said, "Horrible man, horrible man."
Well,
and you could tell he needed to say something, and the best thing he come up with is, "Here's my friend." It's like, maybe that says more about you hanging around with horrible people. That's not going to help. Here's my friend. Trump's thinking, yeah, you're horrible as well.
Well, he's got... Well, let's move it on to Trump, because Trump, as he was leaving on Air Force One, the reporters were there, and I've got a few things for you to listen to about it. Right? Here's Trump on Khan.
But Europe has a big immigration problem. But they also liked when I said that they have one of the worst mayors anywhere in the world in London.
Yeah.
He's a horrible mayor, nasty guy. Stupid guy, in my opinion, but he's a nasty man, and I want nothing to do with him. But I didn't think it was a big statement, and so many people said, thank you for saying that. He's a bad guy. Khan is his name, I guess. He's done a lousy job, I can tell you that. Yeah, terrible mayor. But people liked it so much when I said that.
People liked it so much because Khan can't do anything about it. because Khan thinks he's the most powerful man in the world. And no, this is the most powerful man in the world. Okay. And he's turning around saying, nasty man, right? Well, he is.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's horrible, isn't he?
He forgot a couple of other adjectives like ugly, big-nosed, midget, okay, things like that. He forgot about all those as well.
He said he was stupid. So in the in the words of James O'Brien, I can go one better. Tell you what, he's as thick as mints in between two short planks covered in pig shit.
That's it. But he thinks, I mean, I can't wait for the downfall of Khan. The Londoners, I hope that they get their act together and stop allowing this Muslim vote to keep this guy in, because nobody else is keeping him in.
John, it's got to be rigged, mate. There's no way most of the Muslims are even voting for him, because he's literally not one, mate. Go through all the scripture, mate. He doesn't follow any of it, mate. He's all this LGBT.
That's right.
Not,
I was
mate.
just about to say. Yeah.
Allah would be furious if he was real.
Well, the way that he supports LGBTQ plus LMNP. Okay.
Yeah, and all the woke crap.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I'm convinced that a lot of Muslims probably think he's an absolute traitor, to be honest.
Well, here's another
So who's voting for him? Do you know probably the people voting for him? It's probably the English.
I can't.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing?
Here's a question that was put to Trump on social media posts by GB News again. Right, here we go.
Did anybody ever go to prison for a social media post?
Are you saying that that's taking place in the UK?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wakey.
I mean, I'm hearing that. Well, I looked at him yesterday. Well, they said they canceled Truth Social. I'll bet it's uncanceled very quickly. I'll bet it's uncanceled.
Yeah. Not really quite
No, it's a little different. It's different. I've seen it in some countries that you would never suspect it. Not only there, I've seen it in other countries where, they're like bread and pudding countries, I think, and then all of a sudden they become somewhat violent. When people go socialistic, or when you get the radical left or the left going in, the countries actually become very mean. They become two things, mean and incompetently run.
Well, how true is that? Mean and incompetently run.
History doesn't lie, mate.
That's what we're experiencing now. Okay, and here's something further that he said about the migrants.
They're putting people in luxury hotels, and other people that are working their asses off are living, from hand to mouth. They're not living the same way. I mean, I looked at some of the hotels they're using, and they've done it in our country also. They'd put them in like the best hotels anywhere in the world because they could get rooms there, thousands of dollars a night. And other people are living out on the streets, including our veterans. They can't get a room. Our veterans are living on the streets. There are pictures of our veterans saying right by the door where they're walking in to live. And the veterans are sitting out at the sidewalk in front of a fancy hotel. And the illegals are coming into that hotel and staying there for a week. That's no good.
Yeah, not only 1 week, but we're talking 52 weeks a year for years in this country. I mean, because some of those people have been in accommodation like that for years.
I know, but it's not just the hotels. Everyone's fixated with them, mate. But what's happening when they're leaving them? You've got people who are from this land being evicted from rented properties because landlords are greedy.
That's the big problem that's coming up right now, and that's going to be
It's not coming up. It's happening. It's happening massively, but everyone's just distracted again.
Yep.
And they're happy with everyone being distracted with the hotels because you're not seeing where they're all going afterwards. So you can have one hotel near one school, or you can send 500 of them all over the country to be near 500 schools.
Yeah. Well, free speech. I couldn't believe this. Nigel Farage brought over some Jim Jordan. I mean, he's a big guy. He's a heavyweight.
He's good.
From Congress. He's a heavyweight. Now, I have to apologize for the audio on this. I don't know what happened about it, but here's a free speech delegation from U.S. congressman. Here we go.
Well, a delegation from the United States Congress House Judiciary Committee has been attending a meeting about free speech chaired by none other than Nigel Farage today. Several US officials, including President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance, have expressed their concerns at what they consider to be the erosion of free speech in the United Kingdom. Let's go to Westminster now and speak to GB News political correspondent Catherine Forster. Catherine, what's been happening?
Well, good afternoon. I'm used to talking to MPs down here, but we're joined by 3 US Republican congressmen who sit on the House Judiciary Committee. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time this afternoon on GB News. Congressman Jim Jordan, if I can start with you, you are chairman of the committee. We're a long way from Washington. What has brought you over here this summer?
First Amendment to the Constitution. We're concerned about free expression here in the United Kingdom and in Europe, but we're primarily concerned about the impacts your laws can have on American citizens. Under the First Amendment, American citizens enjoy 5 fundamental freedoms: your right to practice your faith, your right to assemble, your right to petition the government, free press, free speech. I tell people...
And they also have a right to carry a gun.
All the time. The most important of those 5 liberties is the last one, our right to talk. Because if you can't speak, you can't practice your faith, you can't share your faith, you can't petition your government, you can't criticize your government, and you don't have a free press. That is the most fundamental right we have as free citizens. And when the government infringes on that, like we're seeing with the Online Safety Act, like we're seeing with the Digital Services Act in
did
Europe,
you hear that?
And then there's some spillover impact on American citizens, that is a concern. We had a witness last year in Congress. She was a journalist from Canada. She made a great statement. She said, free expression is the hallmark of Western civilization. The ability to debate, the ability to argue and have debates and have votes and settle disputes that way, because the alternative to that is frightening. So we think this is critically important, and that's why we're here.
Right. Now, do you hear what he specifically said? They are worried about the Online Safety Act. Right?
Yeah,
now,
they are.
Could there be a situation in this country where U.S. citizens...
Well, I was just going to give you the in for that, but you beat me to it.
Allowed to say things, but the British can't.
That's my point, John. I know they're...
But I'm also British.
They're primarily concerned with, obviously, their own citizens and their own companies. But as I was just about to give the in and say, what if a US citizen lived in this country and was being censored? Because I know one.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
So...
Quite right.
What's the score with that then?
Well,
are they going to do anything? What can they do?
Well, I think that they're going to find
citizens.
They're going to find a bit of a problem. But did you know that Boris is also a dual national?
Good, because that'll make it easier because he's on my list to be deported. So we won't need to find. Yeah, because I was trying to find a nice island and build a facility, or maybe just a floating boat until it runs out of food, and then we just drill a hole in the bottom of it. But I tell you what, he can just go back to where was it? Where was it? Albania or something?
Something like that. And
see you later, lad.
Frankie
we should be
said,
able to make that deal easily.
Here's our star comment here.
Hello,
that's
Frankie.
the radicalized far left Labour lovely for you. They need putting to sleep. Well, okay. That's the humane thing to do, Frankie. The humane thing to do. Thanks for your comment. Anyway, so...
Before we carry on with that video, mate, I mean, if they want to deal with free speech, I'm not sure Nigel Farage is the best person to chair it, because you won't be able to mention Tommy Robinson, Islam, remigration,
I know.
Otherwise, oh my God, we'll never win.
Well, I was literally, going to stop it there and go on to Don Keith.
Right, because it gets better, but it is on for a little bit longer, isn't it? But
it is. It does go on. I mean, but they're good guys.
All right, well, I'll just cut to the chase, because then later in the video, Jim Jordan actually says to the people on the news, you might find that the biggest spreaders of misinformation are the government, and then he goes through a list. So
let's see if we can find it. Let's see.
Yeah. Because it'll save me going through it all.
Oh, there you go. Look at during COVID.
A year ago, there were terrible riots resulting from disinformation online. Now, the police are looking at tweets, at things that putting on social media to try to sort of stave off further trouble. What's your view of that and policing tweets? Back to you, if I can.
Well, I mean, you look at recent history. Seems to me many times the biggest purveyor of misinformation, disinformation is the government. I mean, just look at during COVID in our country. I think just about everything the Biden administration told us about COVID turned out to be wrong. They told us that the virus didn't come from a lab. They told us that the vaccinated couldn't get the virus. They told us that the vaccinated couldn't transmit the virus. They told us masks worked. They told us 6 feet social distancing was based on science. They told us that this was the first virus in history where there's no such thing as natural immunity. So when you look at history, typically it's the government who gives all kinds of information that is not accurate. And the idea that you're going to go after political speech. Kevin is right. We don't want harmful material getting to kids, but there's a big difference between that and political speech and criticizing the government, for goodness sake. So we're very concerned about that. And that's, again, that's why we're here. That's why we did our investigation last Congress, to point out the attacks on free expression and on free speech.
You know what? It would have
Congressman
been better, John.
Fitzgerald, J.D. Vance at the Munich Security Conference a few.
Go ahead. It would have been better if he'd listed off some of the stuff our government have done, because in the last year alone, this government and Keir Starmer have just talked total bollocks, haven't they?
Absolute bollocks.
I mean, the biggest one with what we were talking about before, with it was all a far-right conspiracy and blah, 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 Southport. It's like, and it had nothing to do with Islam, it had nothing to do with immigration, nothing to do with anything. It was just some crazy guy, and you're all racists. Yeah. Well, that wasn't the case, was it?
No.
So the media are still doing it, John.
You're talking about Rudy Cabana, aren't you?
Yeah, they're still banging on about misinformation as what caused the Southport massacre reaction, rather than admit the bigger picture of why people are pissed off.
They're pissed off with the government.
Yeah, again, it deals with the symptoms, not the actual problem, John, but they're not fixing the issue, are they? So thus the symptoms remain, no matter how many of them you put in jail.
And let's see Starmer and the rest of his ministers have a go at Jim Jordan and the rest of them, because these guys have total influence over the way that America deals with this country. And this country, whether it likes it or not, is beholding to the United States of America for so many different things. So many different things. And now that they've got now that they've got Trump in control, basically, they're not going to mess around with him. They're not. And they're not going to say anything to him at all. So I'm happy for these guys to be over in the country and stating things the way that it really is, because they're showing in this country that they've got freedom of speech that we haven't got.
Correct. Because she tried to pull the old trick of, yeah, but you moaned when they sent Labour people over. Well, I wasn't too bothered. I was like, send as many Labour idiots over there as possible, because it works in our favour. Remember the Obama with us. But the thing what she forgets is there was an election going on then.
Yeah.
There's one now. There might be in a week or two, because these aren't going to last much longer. But do you know what I mean? There's not an election on now. So basically, is it GB News? In their reporters' way of thinking, so nobody from any foreign government can go to any other country and comment on their politics then, is that what she's saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm using the lefty, the way of working out. So what you're saying is no one can go anywhere and speak about anything.
Yeah.
Proving their point, love.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Which I think is great. Which I think is great. And I'm not going to go on too much, about things. We're not going to make this too long a cast.
I just remembered about what he said about the misinformation, and I thought it was quality.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm glad one of us. I'm glad one of us has got good memory. I'm very gay about that. I'm very gay about my memory.
I'm gay if you're gay.
There you go.
See, if no one watched our earlier podcast about taking back the language, this wouldn't really make sense, would it?
Well, here's something that Trump said about North Sea oil. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
turning.
everybody was muted then. Nobody could say anything. I am so sorry about that.
Again or something. I thought we'd been cut off again or something.
No.
I was trying my best to fill the gap and I nearly ran out of things to say.
We were muted. But
the
comment that I made was that basically this government is doing harm to the people of this country. We could be enjoying a better standard of living. And we could have been during the conservative periods as well. These people, they're not doing us any good whatsoever. Right now, here's a rundown, and this is for real, of something that's going on in Thailand. And this guy's got a great voice. I think he should be a commentator or something. But listen to this.
Hey guys, so loads of you have been desperate to see where I live. Probably thinking I'm stuck in some shithole out in the sticks because I only pay £178 a month, 8,000 baht. Well, since you're all so nosy, here you go. I'll show you. Now, it's cozy, clean, and perfect for me right now. I pay about £25 a month for electric, £1.50 for water, and that's it. Oh, and I've got a swimming pool, gym, games room, workspaces with free Wi-Fi, vending machines downstairs with coffee, tea, and 2 7-Elevens within crawling distance on the ground floor. So yeah, slag it off if you want, but for this price and this lifestyle, I'm not complaining. So let me show you around, guys. Come with me.
We're all going to Thailand. Let them finish the little war thing first. Now the migrants get better in the hotel room.
Actually, I think that's a migrant cell in a hotel.
Probably is, yeah. It's probably where we're going to put them in prison, isn't it, when they commit crimes?
Yeah.
All right, that doesn't it? 70. What's that?
£178 a month. Check that out.
Whoa! I read that without my glasses on as well.
Just keep on looking.
I am. I'd like a bigger balcony, but you can't moan for 178 quid a month, can you? Nice view.
You would pay £178 just for a week's worth of shopping for you and a family of 3. Easily.
Got the rest, mate.
Easily. Now, I don't know. Maybe we're going to get a copyright strike.
God, the music.
Yeah. But, I mean, what can I say? That is, this country, we are the most highly taxed people in the world, especially for utilities. I mean, how far can you suppress people when other people are showing you that you're living? That guy is getting that, plus his electricity in a hotel with a swimming pool. I mean, you've got to say, I'm going to carry on. I'll just let you say, I don't care. I'll see if I'm going to mute the music for it.
It's probably too late now, isn't it? Just add it to the queue with the rest of them.
All right, now take a look.
We'll talk on it. Go on.
He's going out. He's going to show you the swimming pool that he's got access to.
Oh, he's got a swimming pool.
Yep.
I tell you what, I'd pay the 178 quid just for that.
You go.
It's not like
you can't even get a gym membership for 178.
It's not even like it's not like a little one you get in the gym, though, is it?
Look at that.
That's sound though. On a rooftop as well.
Yeah. Watch the Germans don't come out.
Wow.
Look at that. You got access to a gym 24/7. I mean,
I'm not normally lost for words, but wow, that's ace.
I mean, it's just, it's incredible the difference in the lifestyle.
I mean, I'd pay 178 quid just to not watch the BBC or Sky News, or not that I do, but
you know what I mean?
You'd be free of all that crap. You'd be free of this useless government in this crappy
and they're
country,
giving
kids to hate themselves.
They're paying more for migrants to keep migrants in hotels than it costs to live in Thailand.
Hang on. That's given me an idea, mate.
Oh,
right, we need to start lobbying the government, start sending them all to Thailand. Look how good it is over there.
Oh,
people.
yeah. And
Look,
you think the Thais are
right.
going to take them? Not a chance.
I don't give a shit, John. Right, come on. We'll make a little promo video for Thailand and we'll go and bosh around all the hotels, mate. We'll have them gone within a week.
I can remember.
I'm telling you, mate, who'd want to stay here when that's on offer?
Seriously. I mean, you got to listen to this before we
I'd
finish.
pay for the first month up front for them to go, here's your 178 quid, piss off. Go on.
Listen to this. When I was a counsellor, I was with another guy called Graham Smith, Councillor Graham Smith. And what was happening, John Prescott was dangling a lot of money, right, for councils to actually, welcome, right, the travellers. Right?
But you said money then when you said dangling. I didn't know where you were going.
Oh, they were dangling lots of money. And, Labour were in control of the council at that time. And they were asking all the councillors for opinions about what they should do with the money.
Did they mess up and ask you?
Oh, God. Right, and there was a traveller liaison person there from the police, a traveller liaison person there from Cheshire County Council, as it was at the time, and we were like,
who were they?
And they came around, and they said, right, okay, and what do you propose that we should do with the money? And I said, well, I've had a conversation with my colleague and my most learned colleague, and we think that the whole of the money should be put into advertising Ireland to the travellers as a great place to go.
Mate, well, let's do this. Let's send them back to Thailand. Ireland.
Oh, God. The guy from the police was like up in arms, and he was
so offended.
And literally. And I turned around. I turned around in the meeting and I just went, excuse me, officer. I said, I tell you what, why don't we have a public meeting to discuss this whole matter, and you can justify your position in saying that's disgusting to a crowd of people that have just paid £40,000 to have a site cleared that these people have been on. I said, because that goes on their council tax. Yeah. Oh, it goes on their council tax, 40,000. And it happened quite often. And the council didn't do anything about it. Labour council.
Yeah, for people who aren't paying council tax and are just avoiding the system.
Oh, yeah.
I like the way they avoid the system. If I could get away with that myself,
they do a great job of doing that. Okay. It didn't happen in the old days. Okay. They would come out, the travellers, when they were being moved on, the council would actually send a group of people out. When they actually had their own departments and they had their own workmen, they had their own bricklayers, plasterers and things like that, they would actually go down with the representative of the council to help them off the site. And this gypsy fortune teller came out and said, we're going to curse you. Okay, we're going to curse you if you try to move us. And the council workers at the time said, could you actually put that curse on the chief executive, please? His name was Eubank. He said, "Can you put the?" Eubank didn't like him either. I have to admit, Eubank really didn't like the travellers because of the amount of money that it used to cost, the council for the clean-up routines. But anyway, that was the one thing that we did have in common with Mr. Eubank. Anyway, okay, so that's a bit of a funny for you, right? So, well, we've been going on a little bit. It's coming up to like sort of 55 minutes. I think we got to go.
Yeah. Shall we see if any of our viewers and listeners want to recommend anyone else for the deportation list?
If you've got anything else that we need to put on, right, for Statsman political party on who we want to deport, because we've had suggestions and we need them to be politicians, all right?
No, it could be anyone who doesn't deserve to be here. It doesn't matter where they're from. They can be born here. I'm still getting rid of them. Any policy suggestions as well, that'd be great.
Well, we had a suggestion. We had a suggestion of Bonnie Blue. Get rid of her.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Shall we?
I think so.
Who suggested that then?
It's a bit of a secret. Nobody wants to say
Is it
anything
one?
about
Is it one? It's got no look. I can put loads of people on myself, but I want it. You know, I want the viewers
to know.
make
Well, it was a
recommendations.
definite suggestion because I was speaking to somebody in town, and I was telling
And
them
they
about
watched
your
it,
new
mate.
party, and they said, "Can you get rid of that cow, Bonnie Blue?"
But did he watch the cast though?
I don't know. I had
Well,
no idea.
See, this is look. They're like members of my party to me, so they're inputting into it. So unless they're part of the party and the viewers and the movement,
Well, it seems as though
prove
we're
your
in.
worth. I don't know. Yeah.
Seems as though we're in
I'll-
such a jovial mood, right? Let's end on a comedian with some controversial jokes, and I think you know this guy.
Before you do, how controversial are they?
They're controversial.
Oh, good. Carry on.
Okay, here we go. Good night, everybody. Thank you very much for watching.
Yes.
And we hope you enjoyed the show. And tune in because we're aiming for 3 million subscribers.
Only other 200.
bullshit.
Oh, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I thought it would have been more.
No, we'll go for a trillion.
4 million. 4 million.
Yeah.
Trillion.
We'd be very gay with 1 trillion subscribers. All right. Anybody that's bigger than Elon. All right. Okay. Here we go.
I need to get rid of these Keir Starmer jokes because his government is shaky. Some of these jokes have short shelf lives. Some of these jokes have shorter shelf lives than international sympathy for Israel after October 7th. Too soon?
That was about a week.
After October 7th, Israel received a package of world sympathy, and they checked the package. It said, best before next week. How can we eliminate Hamas in a week? How's that HS2 working out for you? This country invented rail transport, and we can't lay a rail line within the pre-established budget, within the pre-established time frame, and even respecting the pre-established route. And we are lecturing Israel on urban warfare?
It's got a point, doesn't he?
See you, everybody.
He's quite.